online broadcast network, AFTERBUZZ TV. Over 20 million weekly downloads in over 150 countries, and your number one source for after-show entertainment. AFTERBUZZ TV, the destination for TV superfans. Producing after shows for over 300 of your favorite TV shows, interviewing celebrities and showrunners, and bringing you behind-the-scenes exclusives. All thanks to E! Entertainment's Maria Menounos, producer Kevin Undergaro, and internet leader Akamai. Now, let the buzz begin!
Yes, it's Sunday. It's Sunday evening, and it's another GH Report, the General Hospital After Show here on AfterBuzz TV. And look who's sitting in the chair. It's me. It's me.
Finally.
James Lott Jr. I am back.
Yes, you are.
I am black by popular demand.
Oh, my goodness.
That's right. And welcome. So we're going to talk about all things Port Charles, and we're going to talk about the last week that happened, and it was actually a really good week. And I'm so glad to be here. It was kind of good.
It was okay.
Oh, good. Okay, good. Oh, get started already. Okay. You guys. Someone wrote me today and said they like that we have different opinions. So I like that. They almost don't like when you guys agree. They told me that too.
Really?
So they're like, Lacretia and Ladine agree on each other.
We've been on the same page lately.
You have been recently. I watched.
It's crazy.
It's kind of crazy. So anyway, yeah, welcome to the show. Of course, I am not by myself. I'm with the girl who changes her hair when the wind blows. Ladine Harvey.
Hi, guys. You can find me on Twitter at Ladine_Harvey.
And the guy, when they always say, and the role of James Lott Jr. will be played by Frank Moran, it was Frank Moran.
That's right. Yes, I am just sulking over my lapse and no longer being the lead for this. Cast out.
Oh, my God.
I've had that taste of power. Now I'm just back in this chair so far away from the lead mic. That's fine. You can follow me in my rage on Twitter at HappyGoJackie.
You did a great job, Frank.
Oh,
He does. I don't know how he do it. But
I know it's not easy being a lead host, and I've been working with him. And one day we're going to teach everybody, but it's not.
One day.
Yeah, one day. We'll take time. But it's not easy. You guys said it's not really easy when you're in this chair. It's not. It's a lot that goes on. You did a great job. You guys all did a great job.
He's awesome.
He's great. So anyway, now you can follow us, of course, on our Facebook page, the GH Report. On Twitter, you know all of our handles. Use ABTV GH Report, the GH Report, anything with GH Report in it, and they'll find us. And we do talk to you. You know we do. Also on YouTube, we're there. Go to AfterBuzz TV. They have a lot of great after shows, and we're on some of the other ones, and you can watch them. And subscribe there, and then find us, the General Hospital After Show, and then rate us, like us. Same on iTunes. We're also on iTunes, too. And that leads me to something I'm going to bring up right now. On iTunes, I was actually looking around and seeing some of the ratings we get, and we got a 5-star rating.
Hey, all right. Thank you, everybody.
Recently. We got several, but we got one recently. I will not say this person's handle because I will not do that to them. But it gave us a 5-star rating, and then they said, I like the show better when James is not on it.
Oof.
That's what he said.
Well,
like so better when they wanted after show. Like months ago, they wanted a GH after show. I brought it to you, and now you don't like me on it.
Oh.
So
I will tell you, Anonymous, I could not agree more. You can follow the rest of my thoughts about this on Twitter.
HappyGoJackie, that's right. And at Ladine_Harvey.
Man. Really?
They did. So my thing, but then also this person gave me a high compliment at the same time and said that James knows his history and knows his news and current events of GH.
But I'd rather him not be on the show.
But it doesn't matter because he's on the show.
Yeah.
So all I can say to you is I'm not going nowhere, number one. But number two, hopefully you'll like me at some point, and maybe I'll even give you a prize if you learn to like me. Who knows? Or maybe not.
Wow.
And it's always like any new character that shows up on GH. You got to, it's like, do I like this guy? And then, boom.
Yeah, so I got warm up. You got to warm up to you. Whatever it is I'm doing. Whatever it is I'm doing.
I would think that they would want to warm up to the co-host.
Well, there you go.
Than the host of the show.
I know. Come on, guys. I don't know. So
That's awesome.
So I just want to say,
awesome, Frank.
That's right, Ladine. We did it. We came right out of the gate.
And I will say right now, people are like, Gabriella says I like you on it, James. And our Melvin fan, no, they didn't. Rude. Oh, Cheryl Hawk. Well, that person is crazy. We love James. Frank was a good stand-in.
Oh.
We're good.
All right.
Oh, you guys are sweet. Thank you guys. Kendra, John, and I disagreed on Days of Our Lives today, but that's fine. You love me anyways, and I love you too, so it's fine. But anyway, so that's what we think is we do read your comments. We do read the stuff. We totally appreciate your opinions. We love debating with you, talking to you. Mm-hmm. Please go ahead and subscribe to all our stuff and follow us. Bring it on. Hashtag Ladine Corinthos. Yes. That's right. So
that's right.
Let's work it out. Okay, so also one thing I want to bring up before we get into the storylines, that 2 people were added to the credits. I watched the credits in General Hospital. Donnell Turner and Anthony Montgomery were added to the credits.
It's signs of good things to come.
Because I think when you're added to the credits means your contract. I think. If someone in the chat room knows the truth about that, I'm not sure. But I think I think they do. If you're a contractor or something, you get in the credits, or major storyline, you get in the credits.
All right.
But don't quote me on that. I'm not sure. Okay. So if you do know that, then then tell me that. So now we get into our main storylines. But before we get into our first storyline, we're going to show you a little clip of something that everybody was talking about. Go ahead.
Having some technical issues, James. Give me a moment.
Okay, so I'll introduce the storyline. And Frank did a good job. He did this. You did a good job. Lulu. you tried to do my voice. It was good. It was good. Okay, kind of get out. Lulu, Valerie, Olivia, Maxi, Nathan, Laura, Dante, Dylan, Johnny, and Johnny's howl.
Oh, boy.
So, okay, we getting there now? Yes, there's a storyline that was full of people. So
yes, that's a long.
Oh, no. The road's getting icy and, well, I don't want you ending up in a ditch. I can walk the rest of the way.
You can drive on ice.
No, seriously, you have done enough, Valerie. And hey, good luck on that test, huh? You know that material inside and out.
Thanks. Good luck to you too, wherever you wind up.
Hey, who knows? Maybe we'll run into each other again sometime.
You never know.
Thanks. Game over, Val. You made yourself a big mistake.
I have two statements, kids.
Lay it on me.
Weird. One, weird. What the F was that? Cheese and crackers.
It had to have been an actor's choice.
Yeah, because I'm like...
In the moment, they kept it. Had to be.
Because I'm like, what was that? Because everybody mentioned it. I mean, everybody online was like, how? And number 2, homegirl's door was unlocked.
Yeah.
Don't you lock the door when you get in the car? Well, if she unlocked the door, I don't know. Well, I don't know. I mean, did hers unlock too? I mean, I don't know.
Well, I know for my car, as soon as I put it in drive, it locks on its own. So I don't know how that goes.
Yeah, I don't know what kind of car she had. I didn't really look at it. No.
But again, it's like one of those things like, all right, if I was in that situation, I was suspicious that the person that I was with may be a criminal. As soon as he steps out of the car, I'm hightailing it.
Yes.
And then I'll make some calls.
Yes.
Just go. Hit the gas.
Yes.
Hit the gas. Don't stand there or sit there that second and start getting on your phone or send out a text or make a call.
You just sit in there and then you know that you're in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
Like you know that you dropped him off somewhere that's not like a prominent area.
Yeah.
And you're not even familiar with it.
Right.
You just sit there.
Right, in the dark.
Come on, girl.
Oh, Cheryl Hawk says, Brittany, actually, who plays Valerie, said in her tweet, he did not do that in rehearsal. So maybe it was like you said, it was a...
Wow.
She's our actress on the table, so maybe it's like something that...
It had to have been.
Said he improvised and didn't do that howl in rehearsal. Oh, she has a Prius. How do you know that, Cheryl? I didn't really saw a full car. So
Cheryl knows that.
Cheryl, no, go on, Cheryl. Like, you go, girl. She's like, I know what's going on. A Prius. Okay, sure. Okay, sure. So I just thought that was just, I wouldn't start with it because that was just so weird. It was a weird thing. And it got weirder the next day, too, with him just going bonkers.
Man, just a little sneak peek of, like, get him to the ER stat. Man.
Not yet.
No.
Not yet.
All right, I'll save it. But that, all right. Oof.
Yeah, that was a little weird. So we'll go back. So we'll just go back to kind of the beginnings of all of this. There's so much in this storyline.
I want to say, where do you start?
I know. So I'm just going to dig into. Well, Maxi. I'll get point. We'll start with Maxi. Maxi having to tell Nathan. I thought it was a good choice that she felt like she had to tell him what was going on, but that he was on assignment somewhere and it kind of collided anyway.
Right.
Finally, yes. He's been gone on this mysterious assignment for a long time. So nice. No, that she was. I feel like all right. Maxi's maturing. She's kind of learning the error of her ways. She's not going to repeat the same mistakes. She realizes how important Nathan is. So
I mean, she still lied a little bit, but
Yeah,
I mean,
fine.
she's told the truth. I guess.
Yeah, she lied. Well, it was a white lie.
I mean, a lie is a lie.
Yeah, we're going, girl. There we go. There we go.
Well,
there we go. You know how Ladine is. She don't suffer fools lightly. She's like, no, done. Yes.
She tried to do the best she could in that situation. Still be honest as possible with Nathan, but still try to protect her girl Lulu as well.
See, that was a girl. So what do you do with your girl then? You try. I mean, don't you try? Or you thinking of boyfriend? But either. I mean, you're stuck in the middle. I mean, what do you do?
I tell the truth.
Oh, go on, girl.
Oh, okay. You just said you send your girl down the river?
Whether you like it or not.
Oh, man. So your girlfriend's going down the river. She's going to Sing Sing.
Bye, girl. Bye.
Scotty Baldwin sent him to Sing Sing.
Bye, girl. Dang. She's like, okay. Mm-hmm. But I did love, because I love the funny Johnny. The beginning of the week was all funny.
I did.
So when Maxi found out, there's some great, I had so many quotes of the week that I still to this day don't even know which one I'm going to do. But I love what he said when he grabbed Lulu and she was like, what are you doing? And he said, I missed it, you. And the way he said it made me laugh, so I rewound it twice. Like, did you say I missed it, you? Because I missed it, you. I thought it was funny. He was being like comical.
Right.
Even though he is kind of a bad guy, but I like this kind of funny.
Mm-hmm.
No, I mean, Johnny, and we've talked a little bit about this before in the past, when he's more of this kind of character, just more like the roguish kind of guy, gets mixed up and then things maybe a little over his head. Like that portrayal better. When he's just like downright dark evil Johnny, I don't enjoy that interpretation of the character.
Me neither.
And I feel like that's why he was eventually written out of the show, because I feel like you can only, once you put him in that road, there wasn't anywhere else to take him. You just boxed into a corner.
I agree, actually.
I feel like that proved Robert's point when he was here, when he said, you only have one take, really.
Yeah.
So when he said that, it's kind of just like, he probably didn't have a second chance anyways.
And that's that. So yeah, I agree. I agree with both of that. It's just kind of like, okay. But I think Maxi had a good point because she had helped him the last time and got in trouble. So I'm glad that she was like remembering her history. And Maxi's been really, we've said before on the show, has been really mature these last couple months.
Yeah.
Which I'm glad though, because it gives her another layer that she's not just being the same old Maxi that just like makes these mistakes all the time.
Right.
That she actually is trying to learn from mistakes because she has her daughter and her back on Crimson and everything. I like this kind of Maxi. I do. And I love the cute little scene because people in real life they're both married to each other. And little baby Harper Rose, their child. And I love when he said, how's Georgie? And they kind of talked about it a little bit. It was kind of cute little wink. I like winks. There were several winks this week, and I'm going to mention them. And that was one of them that actually. Little winks. The little winks to the audience. And that was one of them that I thought, that's cute. You mentioned the daughter. That's their kid in real life. So that was kind of cute. And then we got Olivia sticking her nose in everywhere. She's in several storylines.
I'll give it up for Valerie, though. That scene where, she just told it like it was right there. I was like, all right, Valerie, way to go.
I know. Because she was like, but still, your cousin would trump you. If she wanted a job, Carly would give her a job.
Right.
Carly wouldn't say, Olivia's person just to hire. She said, no, that's your cousin. She would do it. But she was like, never mind. She said, I'd rather shovel snow than work for you.
I was like, go ahead, girl.
You heifer. That's what she wanted to say.
That's what she wanted
Olivia
to say.
just has no purpose.
I know. Leah, what do you guys think about Olivia?
She's just in the dark, sticking her nose in everyone's business.
She's just like just moving around and just kind of like just buzzing around. It's just like, oh, girl.
I think they just haven't figured out what to do with her just yet.
I agree with you.
No, I just without we talked about this before. I don't want to say that a woman needs to be paired up with a man to be more fleshed out, because that's not the case. But she did have such a great storyline with Ned that was just kind of cut at the knees when he went back over to Days. But I just wish there was just something that you could do to get her involved with somebody else or something. But there's, I guess, like a lack of characters. I don't know who you'd get her involved with right now.
Right.
Yeah, I agree with our Melvin fan. No offense to the other guys in that age group, but Brandon really lights up the screen. He does. He does like the screen. When he comes on, he's fun to watch.
Yes.
Right.
That dark turn at the end, and he lit a candle. Of course, lit a candle, and then she's knocked it off.
I could have predicted that.
Same here, cliche.
Because if he's gonna leave her, it's either she's gonna escape or it's gonna burn down.
Right.
And then what? Lulu's gonna save her.
I wonder, because now here's the thing, because Dante saw the footage of him getting in the car.
Go looking, maybe.
I wonder, or will they team up together, Dante and Lulu? Somehow, because she feels bad. She tried to see. The thing is, she tried to stop it. That's the whole thing. She was like texting, like, "Don't do it, abort." She didn't say that, but that's how she was kind of doing it.
Right.
And he didn't get it. And then he's like, "You need my money. I need a bag of money now."
Yeah.
And he was like, "Bye, peace out. I gotta go. I need some money. Get out of here."
But I also feel like Dante breaking it up with Valerie is like not gotten around to Lulu yet, so she doesn't realize that's out of the picture. We're just like, oh, come on, just somebody, please, somebody just mention.
Laura was like, okay, what's going on?
I guess Laura's right about everything.
But Laura knew. She knows her daughter. No, she was like, okay, you're trying to bull crap, a bull crapper. I almost said it. A bull dudier. And she was unbuying it. Laura was like, no, she's like, okay, I know how you are, girl. Like, what's going on? And she was like, and she talked to her plainly, like, and Olivia too. Olivia actually was smart in this one when she was like, we need to stop blaming Valerie so much.
Yes.
I liked that scene.
No, that was nice. I like Laura. Like, sure, I've been in Paris the majority of your life.
Yes.
But I know you. I know you're Luke Spencer's daughter lied better than that.
I did write something about that. I kind of quoted her
what's that?
About, when she said, if your marriage was so perfect.
Ooh, that was a read.
I was like,
ooh, wait a minute. I think I wrote that down too.
That was an ouch moment.
That was, she was like, no, I wrote it down. I want to make sure I want to say, because that was a good, and I quote, of Olivia, if your marriage was so solid to Dante, how could Valerie come between the two of you so easily? Dang! The mic was dropped, face was cracked, Homeworld was like, and I'm done.
I was like, that's it right there.
So you can't really blame her for everything.
Blame anyone.
No.
But I still feel like Lulu is not seeing that yet. She refuses to have any sort of responsibility. It feels like Valerie is just like the whole blame for everything. And if just taking her out of the picture is going to all of a sudden make everything better.
And she said her leaving not going to do anything until she leaves. That's our best chance. I was like, cheese and crackers. You people are just like, you're not getting it, Lulu.
I figured Lulu can only seem to fixate on just one thing, whether it's like, we're having a baby, we're having a baby, we're having a baby. Oh, no, you lied.
Right.
Oh, no, it's Valerie.
Right.
You're right about that.
That is true. You're right.
And I was just thinking, like, they kept mentioning a lot of things about Valerie leaving, or we have to get rid of. I started thinking, is Valerie leaving GH or something?
No, because I've heard that. I'm like, people seem to like Brittany Sarpy, so I hope she stays.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah. That's kind of weird. So, but I don't think she's leaving. I think it was just people talking like that.
Right.
No, because I do like Valerie. She recognizes her failures and weaknesses, but is still not afraid to admit that, and then also just call somebody out on their stuff as well, which is great.
Then we had our man Dylan. Yeah, it was Mr. Robert Power Watkins, a friend of the show.
Yes.
He was on for a minute.
Yeah.
Like, where is he? Where's our man? So he was on, and he's the one who kind of let them know that. I love the look when he was like, when Dante was like, who, what was going on? And he didn't say anything.
He didn't have to say anything.
He didn't. He was like, Lulu. It's like, yep, Lulu's known this whole time. And that's what. And he started going backwards to New Year's. And he thought it was Dylan, and it was. I love how all the tension between Dylan and Nathan, and they don't like each other anyway. Right. But it was like, it wasn't his fault. It was your girl was doing that.
Yeah. No, but I did like how he was just looking out for, like, where I did, like, you don't have to hold me here. I mean, my dad's DA.
Yes.
So, yeah, what are you going to,
Right. What are you going to do? I'm glad he pulled DA card. That's right. He want the big guns. He's like, no, you're not going to keep me here. That's right. I agree, Frank. Lulu can't focus more on one thing at a time. That's Veronica Vera. She said that. Yeah, and she says also, Valerie leaving is not going to fix Dante losing. That's right. Oh my God, the Georgie fan of me is enjoying Lulu's pain. LOL. Oh, dang, they're going back in time. You're like going back. Woo! When Dylan cheated on Georgie with Lulu. That's going back in time, kids. That's funny. Brittany is beautiful, but I don't see the point of this character. Oh, Daquan's in here.
Come on.
He said earlier, he goes, me and Ladine are natural enemies because she's a Corinthos and I'm a Quartermaine.
Sorry.
I love it. Just like watch Dylan and Dante become friends. I don't know. I'm wondering about that.
It might happen. I mean, stranger things happen.
I don't see it.
No, I mean, if they get Dylan together with Maxi, then maybe.
Maybe.
Oh no, because of the Nathan. Yeah. So no, I can't see Dylan and Dante hooking up.
Only if Dylan and Valerie get together, that's safe for everybody.
Yeah.
Then Maxi can stay with Nathan, and Lulu can get back to Dante. So it's kind of like. That would be the safe thing, and maybe they could be friends after that. Maybe. I mean, I don't know. Somebody just brought that up. I was like, I don't know. Dante, Dylan, and Nathan all sleep together.
All right. Maybe some of this tension would release, I guess.
Yeah, I guess. I don't like how he does something there. But that whole storyline, it's just crazy talk. It's just that, so now, as we end the week, Valerie's in a fire in a cabin. Johnny's trying to run up to Lulu somewhere. Dante sees that Valerie went with Johnny.
How did they get that footage? Like,
I don't know, I'm like, because I was thinking there's
the dash cam, maybe.
No, they were showing it. They were showing at it. They were looking at it, like it was like a park camera or something. Looking at it. I don't know either.
And it was just so terribly staged with that, that money. Just like, all right, here you go, Valerie. Here's some money.
I didn't even see a money exchange until they were showing the replay of the camera. Did you guys see a money exchange?
I don't think they ever showed it in the. Well, no, they did show it because they did show the guy Johnny's buddy taking photos of them while he went over to sit on the park bench with them. Yeah, so that was just a quick shot.
One of the funny lines, and it's not my line of the week, but one of those were funny too, was Maxi and Johnny. Methinks the mobster protests too much. Methinks what is Spinelli back in town? I love that. Yeah. he had a bunch of. Brendan Barash is so good. He has so many good lines. I'm just like. Yes, anyway, so that's kind of funny. Okay, so I think that's basically that storyline because it's just they're all just kind of doing their thing. The next one, we're going to show them my favorite picture of this little boy, James' neighbor. It's Jason, Liz, little Jake, Sam, Carly, Hayden, Tracy, Nicholas, that MetroCourt couple.
Dr. Scheinberg and Veronica. Man. Yes.
And so, little Jake, I love me some James' neighbor. And that's what's funny is we're following each other on Twitter now, and he's on Twitter.
Who is on Twitter?
He is.
No, he's not.
He has a twin brother.
I have to find him.
I was like, twin brother? So one day I'm going to post pictures on our Facebook page that he has a twin brother.
What?
He's a fun little kid. I told him we talk to you all the time. I said, you need to come on our show.
Oh, man.
Let's have him on the show. It'd be kind of funny. I love him. I love that picture of him. It's crazy. So anyway, we got Liz is being terrorized apparently.
The more I keep watching the scenes, I think it's Jake. Jake is setting that all up.
Ooh.
I would have never thought about that.
I didn't think about that either. Ooh,
no, because I feel like we're not seeing anything else, and I just feel like every time you see him, he's just so mad. He's doing these things to try to keep his parents together. You keep making drama.
I was about to say because he probably want Jason around.
Yeah, you keep Jason around. They're going to get back together. So
I like the relationship.
Wow.
I like Jake and I'm going to come to two Jakes, but now it's Jake and Jason. I like them together.
Yeah,
they have chemistry.
Right,
I think they do. As father and son, they have really great chemistry, and I like that he's like because they both were kind of outcasts. They both came into this world not really knowing who they are. I mean, it's just kind of funny. I like them together.
He just ruined my little thought pattern. I thought maybe it was something dramatic about to happen. Maybe Elena's doing something.
I thought it was Rick or somebody. But now I'm thinking little Jake because he has to.
It sounds plausible.
It does.
I mean, considering that nobody's ever been able to find any evidence of a guy lurking around the house at all.
That's crazy.
The picture smashed inside. There's no marks on the door from like any forced entry at all. Makes me think that Jake just like knocked over the frame, lied about seeing a guy outside the house.
Everybody's agreeing with you in there. Everybody's agreeing. Everyone's agreeing with Frank. They're all agreeing with you. They think it's little Jake because he was with the cast line. So who knows what's been programmed or what he was told to do? I mean, who knows?
Right.
Or it's just like even if it hasn't been programmed, it's just a boy that's been away from his parents forever, and all of a sudden you come back in and find out, no, there's my mom and my dad. I had this happy life, and then all of a sudden, nope, they're splitting up. No, I just came back. What do you mean you're splitting up? No, I don't want my newly found family all of a sudden to be fractured, so I'm going to do whatever I can to make these guys stay together, and then maybe they'll, as only a little child would think, like, all right, if I just keep my parents around each other long enough, they're going to just fall back in love and be together.
That's true. And like I said, yes, it is. And then of course, Jake's face when they mention Sam.
Ooh, yeah.
Shouldn't have the corn. Yes,
He was not feeling it.
He was not feeling it at all. He was just like, yeah, whatever. He didn't care for that. And
for as much as Liz has been very apologetic, and he's like, I'm sorry, Jason, I know we can't be like that anymore like that. When Sam shows up at that hotel door.
She was really trying to put on to make it seem like.
Yes.
I was like, girl, go back in that door.
Have several seats, girl. Have several seats, girl. And we also found out who has keys to the house. I catch all these little things when you laugh. And so it's Graham.
Of course.
Well, where the F is she? And Laura has keys to the house. When did Laura get keys to the house? She always knocks on the door.
Oh, yeah, it's true. Why does she need to?
She just go on in. Yeah. So, but apparently that's who has keys to the house. I catch the little things.
But although, I mean, I think even if I had like keys to somebody else's house, I would still, if I knew they were home, if they're out of town, I'd let myself in. I think, I'd still knock. So I could understand why she'd knock.
I don't knock on my mother. I have no keys on my mother. I'm not in there knock. I just come to the door. I'm like,
no,
I'm home, Mom. I'm home.
See, that's your mom.
Yeah.
That's your mom.
But what if you're the mother coming over?
Or
mother-in-law.
She has to.
Yes, she has
Especially if you are there with someone. You're not there by yourself, and you have a companion.
I guess so. Maybe. I'm bad. I don't care. And my daughter too. I'll go to her house. I don't care. I'll walk in. Everybody here. Tell Papa Jimmy you can't come in the house. I dare you. I dare you tell me I can't come in that house. Anyway, okay. So everybody's agreeing with this. That's kind of like child to corn. I think it's gonna get a little darker. I think Jason's gonna get a little darker. There's something going on. Now you said that Frank unlocked something for me and Ladine. I think it's something going on with that. I think there's something going on with that. But basically, they're sticking to the MetroCourts and And Liz says it's hard for me. It's hard for me to be here with you, Jason, because it kind of reminds her of what's because he's very clear he doesn't want to be with her. He's very clear about that. He just wants to protect them. Right. He's being Jason.
Yes. I'll protect you. I'm not going to be with you, but I'll protect you.
I know.
Yes.
It's like, dang. Yeah. Yes, he's going to protect her. So that's good. And then I was going to bounce around a little bit because there's so much goodness. We saw Tracy back.
Oh, so good.
I was feeling the whole massage.
Oh, yeah. I was having
like,
one.
she better relax.
Yeah, so relax. That was so funny. But and you'd be proud of this, of course. She was boss lady.
Yes, love Tracy in boss lady mode.
Alpha
love
woman.
It. Yes.
Yes.
She called Hayden and was like, hello. She had that soft voice, like, okay.
Knock, knock.
Knock, knock. She's like, what's going on? Where are you at? What's going on? How are we doing? And she's like, if you don't do what you need to do, I'm going to take care of business. I was like, ooh.
I have to give it up for Hayden.
Hayden's good.
She
I loved her.
really tried
She
her
did
best
try.
to get married.
She tried. Oh, no, she tried.
Pushed it like to the. I was like, girl, he done said no 10 times.
But I'll give it up for Nicholas for as much as I thought, like, man, he is just thinking with another head on his body.
Yes.
For that time, he actually had his head screwed on straight. Like, no, wait, you came into town as a blackmailer. Hold on, before I do anything like this.
Yes.
So I give it up for Nicholas for as much as I think for like the past several months, he's been written like he's not really aware of all the situations that are happening around him. Doesn't seem to have that sense of care and urgency about it. For that, I was like, all right, thank you, Nicholas.
The thing, though, but he ended up making love to her at the house. Didn't you get thrown over a building? I mean, like, how are you able to get it up or whatever?
Is that the cast it on jeans, man? You can,
guess so.
Yeah, man.
He's part of Stavros. He's Stavros' son.
That's right.
I guess.
That's right.
Dang. I was just like, it's so funny. But no, she gave it her best, and she has some really convincing arguments.
Exactly. Even the whole prenup. I was like,
it's also a prenup.
After a while, I was like, okay, maybe he would say yes.
Yeah, I think he may say yes too. But he didn't work. I love Rebecca Buddick. I'm so glad she's on the show. She's so good. I mean, but when Tracy called to remind her who she was and who she wasn't.
Oh, yes.
I really want to see what's going to happen. Is she going to get the deed done or not?
I don't know. That's I'm kind of excited the story. I'm kind of because it all coincides with the whole Michael suing him, and then Jason's going after him for the. I mean, there's stuff coming at Nicholas, which is all well deserved, obviously.
Right.
And so it's all coming at him at the same time, and she's like, "I'm here to help. I love you," which we all know. Rachel. And I love how Tracy kept saying that, Rachel.
Yeah.
I will talk about you, Rachel. I was like, ooh. Yes.
So I can't wait for some more things to start cooking up, because I do feel like GH has been just a little bit boring, I think.
Yes.
It's been a little bit slow for me.
Well, it's just like that storyline between Hayden and Nicholas is just kind of danced around for so long. And it's nice, at least, Tracy, they're just trying to just prod this thing into motion. So finally, I feel like we got a sense of urgency in that storyline, because I don't need to see any more of Hayden sleeping on the couch, dreaming that Nicholas has come in and, like, I know the truth about you, and then smothering her with a pillow. And then I don't need to see more of those dreams anymore. Let's just, if we're going to do it, let's do it for real.
I like those episodes where I'm on the edge of my seat waiting until the next episode, and I haven't been feeling that for these last
not yet. No, yes.
2 weeks.
Yeah, same. I agree with you. They've been fine episodes.
It's just like, okay, all right, I just want to see what's going to happen next, but it's nothing that's like,
oh my God.
I want to know what's going to happen next.
Yes, I agree with you on that one. But yeah, I don't know who Rachel is. Everybody's asking who you think Rachel is. Do you guys have any thoughts who she really is?
I mean, there's that talk about maybe, Emily's twin with plastic surgery.
Yes, Rebecca Shaw.
Yeah.
Yes. I don't know. I have no idea. My thing would be make her Monica's first daughter, Dawn, bring her back from the dead and make her that.
Whoa.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
Use of history, and Monica have a second child around.
Well, I mean, the fact that they were intercutting some of those scenes with, like in that same episode with last week with Jason talking to Nicholas, and they brought up Emily's name, and then they cut over to Hayden and stuff. So I feel like that you don't put those two scenes together if there's not going to be some sort of connection. I think.
Yeah, I think there is a connection. I think they go in that direction, of course, but. That's just my little 2 cents. I mean, make it something interesting, like somebody from the past, like somebody really, really big. Within that whole storyline, too, we had Sam and Carly being buddy-buddy and talking about Jason and trying to find out who had that angle they could see, where he got thrown over. And that's what he find. I still call him that Metricore couple.
Yeah, but I do like that Carly is like so excited, like, oh, this person, you definitely want to talk to this person, but doesn't give her any information about that other than like, hey, why not mention that it's also the doctor that did the DNA test for Jason?
What I mean?
Yeah, you're not going to tell that to Sam right out of the gate. You let Sam just find that out way deep into that conversation.
Because to be honest, even when I seen him, I still didn't. It still didn't click that was the guy that did the DNA test.
Same thing for me too. I was like,
oh yeah.
I was
me
like,
neither.
Okay,
so
who is this? I was thinking it was going to be someone that I would actually be able to recognize.
Yeah, me too. But it's like, they even said, I'm like, oh yeah, he was that doctor who did it. So now, wait a minute. Are they having an affair? That's what's going on?
Yes.
And they haven't come public. Is that what's going on?
Exactly.
I was trying to figure that out. It's like, okay, they keep talking about, well, if we reveal this, I'm like, well, reveal what? Like, oh, they're having an affair. Like, really, GH? You're doing that? Oh, okay.
Yeah, but the other part of me too is like, I'm thinking, just in that world, like them coming forward and saying like, oh, we happen to witness this. Is that really going to be that crucial? Like the newspapers are going to report on that. Look at that, Jason Morgan's escaped this because this Dr. Scheinberg reported that he was on there with his mistress Veronica. Like, I think you could actually come forward and not have to worry about your affair being really blown up.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, so it's interesting. But Sam made her plea, like, you got to save a man. He's actually my husband.
I was like,
it's fine.
Your ex-husband.
Yeah, it's fine. There's a person in the chat room named Priscilla. You should leave. I think you're in the wrong chat room. She's saying all these kind of weird things.
Oh, all right.
I'm saying her name out loud.
Yeah.
I'm saying her name out loud. I'm like, I think she should not be in the chat room. So everybody's trying to get her out, and she won't leave. And she's saying weird stuff about the world ending or whatever. So I'm like, she needs to get out.
All right, well.
He had to make that public.
Yeah, I did. I'm like, I don't care. That's why I'm like, it's like, you're kind of weird. I can't do anything about it. So I'm just going to.
Don't worry about it, James.
Oh, thank you. I'm looking out for my fans. They're all upset about it. So I thought I'd say something out loud. Yeah, that's the kind of person I am. So they agree. So far they agree to do it. They met up with little Jake was having coffee.
Yeah.
They're having coffee, having ice cream with Jason, and so they actually met them and say, "Hi, I'm the one who did your DNA test." And blah blah blah. So I was like, "Oh, okay."
I know.
So we'll see if they go through with it. I mean, I don't know if they're going to go through with it.
I hope they go with it. I mean, as much as, I just want to see Nicholas get his comeuppance because he's so sure that he's got Jason right where he wants him. I'm like, haha, Jason didn't want to do it, so now he's going to have to spend the rest of his life in prison.
Well, Jason's not going anywhere.
It's too bad, Nicholas.
Well, you remember Jason always escaped. Besides the time he went to jail on purpose to be there with Michael, he's always escaped. Him and your boy Sonny always escape. They got into jail once. I mean, once they were in, but then he came out again. Right, he came out, so they always kind of seem to make it on that one. Let's see. Is there anything else in that storyline? That's about it. I think in that storyline.
Yeah, no, but the doctor was able to just really accurately recount, exactly how that fight went down, and just there in his description, the dark-haired man.
Light-haired man.
I actually like that. I actually like that.
That was interesting. It's interesting. He's like light-haired man, dark-haired man, light-haired man, dark-haired. I'm like, okay. It felt like to me like one of those children's books or something. The light-haired man, the dark-haired man, the light-haired man, the dark-haired man. That's how it felt like to me. It was kind of funny. They did not divorce yet. Sam and Jason are still married. Somebody asked that. They're still married.
Oh, because I said.
Yeah, those papers haven't been signed yet.
Yeah.
That's why. But
they're not legally divorced yet.
Right.
The papers came, so I think Diane had the stuff ready, but they haven't done anything. It's obviously, they're still on Jake. It's obviously little Jake.
There you go.
Poor little Jake.
Come on.
Aw, poor little Jake. Okay, so our next, there's no picture for this next one, so folks out there, but the next major storyline was Anna, Jordan, Carlos, Sabrina, Felix, Paul, Michael, I changed my mind, Quartermaine.
You did not do that.
He changed his mind. Homeboy all of a sudden changed his mind. I saw the lights. I changed my mind. And where is she? Where did she go? Where is she? Now I want to take her in. Now I want to raise the baby as my own.
But I also,
come on, girl. That's your nephew, or whatever.
Yeah, that's right.
Michael Quartermaine Corinthos. Come on, he's part of your family.
I don't know why he decided to make that decision.
Lacretia. Hi, Lacretia.
She's in the chat room.
Hey, Lacretia. Oh my gosh, she's on there. Yay! Lacretia Lyon. That's right. If you can spell her name, you can find her. As she always says.
But I really want to know what triggered him to want to change his Sonny.
Yeah, Sonny. Sonny's been good.
Sonny, like what? What?
Why are you mad about that? That's your boy, Sonny.
Yeah, it's just why are you mad about that?
Lady Corinthos. Why are you mad about what Sonny's doing?
You didn't like that? You didn't like that? No. Because she should be with Carlos in that whole thing, right? Yeah.
What? How could she be with Carlos though?
That's her. I'm gonna say baby daddy. That is her child's father.
Okay, yes.
So, I mean...
But that doesn't mean that he needs to be with her. Or she needs to be with him.
Well, if she didn't want Carlos, she would have never left with him.
Yeah.
Period. If
she
has to leave because she's having a baby.
Right, in real life. Yes.
But still, you know, you get where I'm going with that?
Yeah. Well, I think Sabrina does have feelings for Carlos.
Bye, Sabrina.
Yeah, but I always think, as she always said, it's just like his lifestyle is just something that she just can't be a part of.
Right.
And
they all say that.
Nah, but they still keep coming back.
Exactly. Alexis said that. Alexis broke up with Sean because he was a hitman, but yeah, she's with Julian, who was a mob star.
Yep. Alexis said that. Eliza said that. Robin said that. Robin seems to be
She was getting it for a while, though. She was getting it. Sean Blakemore was like something else. Yes, maybe.
I feel like Robin's the only one that said that and is actually stuck by that.
Yes. Because even Sam said, about years ago, Sam broke up with Jason. There was a whole thing. She was like, I'm not going to be with you. She got with Lucky. She's a whole different thing. And she went back to Jason. I mean, they all say that.
Yeah.
It's hard to stay away.
Except for Carly. She's never said that. Carly's always been in.
Yes, Carly.
He's like, I'm going to be choking. Carlos is so much more interesting than Michael. That's so funny. Michael, I might change my mind. Corinthos. They would say that. Okay, folks, I'm sorry, you guys. He's a Quartermaine. He changed his name to Quartermaine. You guys, sorry. So I say Quartermaine Corinthos because kind of, but he's still a Quartermaine.
That's true.
His name.
Yep.
He has not changed it back to Corinthos. Not my choice. I didn't name him, so it wasn't my choice. But they're screaming at me. I'm like, no, they did. He's still a Quartermaine.
Yeah, that's very true. I mean, but he got talked to him, but I did like him going over and Felix. Felix, just like, yeah, I'll tell you, but first, let me get that. I got to say a few things first.
Poor Felix.
Like that was just the most awkward side. I'll tell you that. Come on in. Let me just unload on you for a little bit. Oh, she's not actually here.
Yes,
like,
I know. It's like Felix. We love some Mark Anthony Samuel. I love when he's on the show. I always say he did more. But you know,
and then even that after he says, "Oh yeah, she's already gone," and then Michael leaves like, "Oh, oops, sorry, she wanted me also to give you this if you ever showed up too."
Yeah.
Like, why isn't that one of the first things coming out?
I know. You go, Felix.
He genuinely forgot during filming, which is why he did it.
Yeah,
At the last.
Poor thing.
There's an envelope. Sorry.
One thing. That's so funny. But Anna, I love. Okay, well, I want to begin at the very beginning. I loved seeing cutesy little scene with Jordan and Dr. Maddox, Andre, who will be on the show next week.
Love it.
That's cute. The little the Mayan.
I need one of those.
It's cute. The pre-Columbian.
Yes.
Let me see if I said this correctly. I know I wrote it down. Well, you guys know what it was. It was some little trinket he got in pre-Columbian Mexico.
Yeah, but man, because I feel like when Anna comes in the office and sees that, lifts it up, I just feel like there's just like a little twinge of jealousy right there. There is.
But you know what she said? Well, Anna did it. She read it. She's like, in person.
Yeah. Yes.
Little wink to Felicia, because Felicia's an Aztec princess, and they all had storylines down there. There's another wink.
Yeah, but then also comes back to Jordan, and she just kind of like, what's up with you?
Because I love Jordan. Please don't mess up Jordan and Anna's friendship. I love their friendship.
Right,
I love they became
too.
friends. Don't mess it up. But I see chemistry with him and Anna and him and Jordan.
He's going to get torn between the two.
Two lovers feeling like a fool.
I mean, and it's because those scenes that he did with Anna earlier on when she's having her breakthrough and she's breaking down and stuff were just so great that I feel so invested in those two.
Me too.
As opposed to him and Jordan right now.
But see, I love me some Jordan. We're gonna have Vanessa Antoni here at some point. I'm working on getting her on here. I love her too, and I love them. I like both.
I think we all just like the salt and pepper.
That's right.
We all just like
push it real good.
As they said earlier on the chat room, yay black folks. They said it on here. They're like black people, more black people. Yes, we got some hot black men on there, but that's a whole other story. But yeah, so I kind of, it was a cute scene. I thought it was kind of cute. And I'm glad to show them dating. Give Jordan, and we want to see more Jordan anyway. We want to see more of her. And as we got Jordan and Anna working together to uncover. They're trying to find out that Carlos is alive. They know he's alive, basically. I mean, Anna knows he's alive, basically.
I'm just mad Jordan tried to throw her under the bus with Paul.
She did. Let's go. The case was
I
closed.
was like, oh.
Yeah. Here's our DA. Talk to him. And then when Anna told her, wait a minute. Remember that mole I was telling you about?
Yes.
It's Paul.
And I did like at least that Jordan didn't like when she knew that Anna was lying in the room with Paul. She didn't say anything. She just kept quiet until he left. And it's like, why are you lying? What's going on?
Yeah, right.
So I did like that. She didn't throw her completely under the bus.
No. But she was going there first.
Yes.
Like, come on, girl. But I like that. But I like that they actually, now she knows there's stuff. But I should say, you got to find proof. You got to find the proof. I mean, he's kind of, but Carlos is still looking around. So, I mean, now he's gone. I think they're gone now. But he was looking around.
I never left. I never left. I'm like, oh, boy. All right.
Man.
And I did like Jordan and Anna. First, Felix and Sabrina's apartment manager must just hate them because the cops are always coming. They're always breaking down the door.
I know.
They always got to go to the manager and say, I'm sorry, our door's busted again. PCBD came barreling through.
It's like talking to Donnie on the phone. Yeah, girl, blah, 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 blah. And I'll make some potatoes, whatever. And he gets in the house and all of a sudden he's like, I would crap in my pants if I had two people pointing guns at me in my own house.
Oh, no.
With the groceries in my hand.
And so, when Jordan says to Anna, like, "Oh, I'm sure that Sabrina didn't notice that you were kind of interrogating her about Carlos," that scene, it was pretty obvious, and it was not being at all subtle. But like, come on, just admit it. Carlos is alive. Mm-hmm. Carlos is alive, right? You know it. You know it, right?
When she spilled her drink, I was like.
Because she tried hard, too, to get Sabrina. Mm-hmm. Like, you talk about people trying, being thirsty and trying hard. She was trying to get her to, like...
I love Anna.
I love Anna, too. I mean, anything... Cornelia Hughes, we're going to get her on the show, too. Trust me, get everybody on the show. Oh. She's a legend, but she's so good in the scenes. But their scenes together, it was just really... It was like, she was like, yeah, so, here. And, it didn't work.
No.
Sabrina held on. She was like, and called Carlos, you need to get out of here. He's like, let me tell you. Yes, well, yes, exactly.
I never left Corita.
That's Vincent Jeffrey Paris. He's a great actor. He's a great actor. So good. But I'm always just skulking around, waiting for Sabrina. So it's kind of funny. So that was that one. Let's see anything else in that one. I think that's about it about that storyline. Basically, just that Sabrina's gone.
Yeah, and it went against what I was hoping would happen last week when I predicted that the Corinthian boys would get together because, Carlos was going to abduct Sabrina since she wasn't going to willingly come with him. But
no, it didn't happen.
And that there'd be a Corinthos boys adventure abroad, but nope, it's not happening.
No, and I don't know when the actress. I think it's Teresa Castillo. I don't know when she's coming back. I don't know what they said because obviously they filmed it. We know they filmed like 5 weeks in advance. Right. I don't know when she's coming back, but they're gone. Okay, so those are major storylines for that. I think we caught everything on those. I know, really, Felix and his fake off-screen relationship, I know. And some little tidbits, we'll go through them. I call this one, Christina got an A in law class, and that's it.
Man.
I actually zeroed in on her report card, because I was like, I really wanted to see it.
I pressed pause just so I could see it.
Yeah, so I see it, because she had A, D, D, D...
Even the letter she got, I pressed pause because I wanted to read it.
I wanted to read it. They actually wrote a letter. It was so funny. They actually did attention to detail.
Because they know people do that.
They do, and we did. You see, two of us didn't. But it was just funny. I was like, oh, she got an A in constitutional law. I was like, that's what's going on. I wrote it down. She got an A in law, constitutional law, 3 Ds, and an F in statistical analysis and political trends. How funny is that?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. This storyline just needs to just kick itself in gear or move it along because this is just like I don't need to see any more scenes with Christina like secretly going through the mail or just so obviously changing the topic of conversation. Like,
I have to hear not enough story for her. Just trying to put the grades on her to. I guess keep her alive a little bit.
So maybe they're doing it for a while to then everybody will find out she's back and then she'll stay on full time. Maybe that's what they're doing. Like you said, maybe they're doing that right now. They kind of they're not ready for a storyline yet. I guess I don't know. You guys tell me. I don't know. But I thought it was
that's one storyline that you just can't drag out forever.
No, you really can't. Well, they kind of, in a way, they are kind of fast tracking because now Alexis thinks she wants to be a lawyer because Sam said that thing, and so, oh my God, you'll be so good. I'm gonna be able to. I mean, when you're presenting against the Supreme Court or on the Supreme Court, and Kristen's like, yeah, I know, I'm flunking, and we don't know why she's flunking or anything. So I mean, like you said, you can't really drag it out for too long. So maybe they'll fast track it, and we'll see what's going on.
Well, especially since she's supposed to be going back to school in a couple weeks. Yeah. So I feel like, all right, that at least is some kind of deadline so that we can, when she's not going to school, we'll understand why.
Yeah. And then the next storyline everybody's already talking to me about, we got more going, kids. Everybody's like going ahead of me like, I'm going to talk about this. We're going to talk about it. This one, Alexis, Olivia, and Julian.
Man.
I hate the storyline.
Yeah, it's just that there's just such like cattiness between them.
When you guys are done.
I don't know.
This story.
Tell us, girl.
I mean, it's the same every week. Mm-hmm. What has changed?
Nothing.
No, Olivia just comes barging in.
They're doing their thing, and there's Olivia in the back, lurking.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Right.
Yeah.
Does she like him? Is that what I mean?
I think she wants her family. I think I said that.
So it's more than just that she's like in love with Julian. She just wants the family dynamic.
I think she wants her family.
Because she never had it, I guess, before. She raised Dante by herself.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I mean, she wasn't that. She's never been that. Unless just seeing Julian outside the mob and just seeing him more of as a reputable businessman makes him more appealing. but she never was a big Julian fan at all.
Yeah.
So to see all this, but man, Julian and Alexis, man, they love to get their smooch on out there at that restaurant.
Always, they have no shame.
Man, but that was just a pretty hot kiss there. It wasn't like a little peck. It was like, let's get it on.
They have no shame. They have no shame. What's going on here? Get back to my show. There we go.
Now, Paul needs to take a few tips from Julian. He can get some smooching going on, but it doesn't get too creepy. It doesn't like I'm sucking your whole face in.
You always talk about that, yes. Which people agree with you, obviously, on that. They always agree with you on that. Yeah, I just think it's the storyline. I mean, again, they don't know what to do with Olivia. They don't know what to do with her, apparently. And it's like, it's just creepy. And now I want to throw an engagement party for you guys now.
Oh, man. No, what? Olivia, please.
And what's her name was smart. She's like, I don't want an engagement party. Like, it was her first time
Let's
getting married.
Get married.
Yeah.
I feel like... Never mind.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Yes. Say it, girl. What? What's going on?
It was like you really make a compliment feel like a dismissal or
yes, you make a compliment feel like a she said I wrote that down too, I think. But yeah, it's just a weird situation. That whole storyline is just so weird. Somebody's like, kill off Liv. No, I won't kill her off.
But Julian does nothing at all to help that situation at all because, come on,
He's
gotta
not trying to.
but you gotta see the tension between the two of them.
And he doesn't want to get caught in the middle, just like every other man.
She says, you make a thank you sound like a dismissal.
Yes.
That's what it was.
Ugh.
So I'm like, I'm just not that storyline. I don't even want to talk about it anymore. And next one, which made me laugh because it was kind of funny. And what's really funny about this is the new doctor coming on is a friend of Mark J. Freeman's. They've been friends for 100 years, and he's coming on today. He's coming on to General Hospital. They used to live together and do stuff together, and it's gonna be coming. He's coming on next week. I forgot his name, but we put it on our Facebook page.
I didn't like that other doctor,
Dr. Mays.
Oh man!
So this one is Lucas, Dr. Mays, and Sonny. So Lucas brings him over. He dismisses Lucas.
I just wanted to tell Sonny, let me handle that. Let me handle him really quick.
Yeah.
Because I didn't like the way he was, trying to come at Sonny. You don't do that.
But I was shocked that Carly didn't read him. She was just like, I'll let you guys do your thing. I thought Carly was going to pull him aside and say, okay, excuse me. But your man took care of it, though.
He sure did.
Yeah.
And fired him.
He didn't have no choice.
He was just like, I don't need you. That's fine. He goes, you're gonna not have me. I don't need you.
Yeah, exactly.
I'll find someone else.
Yeah, he did.
And then just turned it right around on Lucas. How you gonna fix this, Lucas?
Yes.
How you fixing this?
Yes, exactly. That's her man. He's working it out.
Yeah.
He's working it out. So I'm like, Nancy Legrand is not in her 60s. I think she's like 50s. Somebody's like she's in her 60s.
I thought so too.
What?
I want to say she's like in her mid 50s. You can look it up somewhere. Somebody. I don't think she's in her 60s. And William DeVry, I think, is in his 50s too. I think, or late 40s, which is around my age. We're not that old. But yeah, they're saying I'm getting hit by the crossfire. I'm like, I'm kind of old too. It's crazy. But so that's a quick story. It was just a quick thing of just them going back and forth, and it didn't work out. And the guy got lots of lines. He being on one day.
Mm-hmm.
Boy, what a cantankerous guy he was. Whew, a bedside matter. Yeesh.
A part of me felt like a hint of Paul Hornsby in him. Like,
how funny.
Like his vibe.
Yeah, he was like, I'm a good doctor, and Dr. Drake picked me, so
right.
Why would Dr. Drake pick him?
Yeah, I know. Like, come on. You got to realize that kind of approach is not going to fly with Sonny.
Yeah, that's kind of weird.
He's like, I don't care. I'm going to Berkeley. Whatever. See you later, Sonny. Bye-bye.
Bye. I'm going to Berkeley. See you later. I'm going to University Avenue. Telegraph Avenue. I used to go there all the time. And then we had one scene I really did like. The scenes I did like were between Morgan's therapy with Dr. Andre.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Morgan just feeling, what's his sense of purpose with the family. But I do like that he's not as smart as he thinks he is because all those mobsters know what's up. Like, this guy's hanging around outside our dock. What's going on?
I know. But I love that it came all full circle. Mm-hmm. It came full circle when he was like, I see what you did there. It's about me showing them that I'm capable. Like, it was all things like calming and taking my meds and just showing them I'm capable. Because she was like, well, why do you feel that way? And what would you do for your father? I want to take his business. I'm like, we got to show them. He's like, it was a great session. It was just kind of like, I don't know where I belong. I think people can relate to that. Right. In some families, they can relate to that. Like, I don't know where I belong, where I fit in. So and so is a smart one. So and so is a sports person. I mean, I come from a big family, and the people just have different things. And,
right.
And I felt it was realistic. And Brian Craig, I think, is doing great work. Yeah. In terms of that stuff.
And just a way to show, like, something that he feels is just something that, like, why is this happening to me? But using it as a chance, like, no, this is an opportunity for you to show your family, no, you've got your act together. You're working hard. You're trying to take care of yourself.
Mm-hmm. Yes. So, I mean, that was that one. That was good. So, and then I already mentioned Jordan and Andre. So then we had Ava and Avery. I said Avery. I get the words out. Ava and Kiki were actually talked again. She was at her job.
Yeah.
And they set some boundaries.
Yes.
They're going to they're reconciling towards something. So we don't have Lacretia here because she's a whole Ava fan for sure.
Right.
Yes. Okay, so good night. So good night. But so what do we feel about that? Do you feel like they should be close again? She said, do never mention Morgan ever.
Boom, yeah.
I thought that was perfect. That's the first step in moving forward because Morgan was and is the problem. So
actually, I say, Ladine, you always have been on the side of she should reconcile with her mother. You have been actually. I'll give you that. No, I'll give you that. You have been always about that.
I mean, the mom ain't going nowhere, so you might as well.
So you're okay. So this one, you're okay. They're slowly kind of working towards by each other.
Love it.
But she did turn down the first little date. Let's get together and go shopping. Yeah. And she was kind of like, you said you'd do the boundary thing.
I felt that coming once. I felt it coming once I saw the text from her. I was like, she's not going to go.
Okay.
I felt that.
Yeah.
And I did like Ava couldn't stop it. I was like, what happened? No, tell me what happened. You
put the change on that phone right there.
Yeah. And but like Kiki, like, no, wait, what did we just talk about? We just talked about the boundaries.
Yes, so the boundaries. So
don't take it too personal. We just talked about it.
Yes, folks, I agree. Michael and Rosalie.
Where is Rosalie?
People are talking. Where is she? I mean, she'd be great. I love that actress, Maria Elena Tovar. Where is she? Come on, she'd be good. They're all kill Kiki. You guys are bad. They're all writing that kill Kiki.
Mm-hmm.
Dang, that was a killer.
Okay. Killer, but I thought we were done with kill Kiki.
No, this bit's back. It's back. And then I titled this one, Nina turns lime into limeade. That was a line from Alexis that I love so much.
Yes.
That green magazine.
Yeah.
And I love Julian was like, hopefully we're gonna this thing's gonna tank because it turned green. It'll be great. And Lex was like, honey, can you look up, please?
And
everyone was looking like zombies.
They were.
Yeah, exactly.
I was like, come on, you guys could have played that a little better than that.
That was hilarious.
You guys could have staged that just a little better.
I know. It made me laugh though. It was like they were all reading that green magazine.
And even the nanny.
I know the nanny.
I was like, oh my god, come on.
Can I have this? You can have it. I know the person who's the copy or whatever. That was so funny. I just think it's this. I was like, this green. It's gonna be a new thing and be avant-garde. And I'm like, that's kind of cool, I guess. Mm-hmm. I'm rooting for them anyway. I'm rooting for Nina.
Yeah, and I did like Olivia, especially just after getting that little talk down to her from Valerie. Just like, who am I to judge? All right, if this is what you want to do, all right.
Well, she did say another little wink. My cousin actually, ran this magazine. He's like, oh yeah, blah blah. So it's kind of a little nod back. Mm-hmm. They had to mention that, of course. They had to at some point. Some kind of did. But I think it's kind of funny that the magazine actually is becoming a hit, so to speak.
But because it seemed like it's going well, because she gets a call from the distributor there. The numbers are high, but Maxi, man, she's still dragging her feet. She's not really doing a good job handing out the magazine. She doesn't seem completely on board with Nina trusting her yet.
Right. So we good push and pull, I guess. I see some good boardroom drama. I mean, it's always kind of nice. But yeah, so I think it was kind of fun. That was a fun thing. And then, of course, I brought this up for Frank especially. And the folks on here, of course, we're talking about that earlier in the chat. The brother Scorpio.
Yes. Cannot get enough of that. Finally, as I tweeted out there, I just felt like Mac was the fans. Mac was the fans, like begging Tristan Rogers, come back to GH, please.
Well, John J. York. Mac, who plays on it, asked him he should stay.
Yes, I felt like that was
No, come on. First of all, you list all the things that he did for the kids that he didn't, though, at first.
Yeah, not the best way. All right, I'll give that up for you. One, I just was glad to see them actually have a lot of scenes.
Yeah, I know.
Finally. Holy cow. Yes. I was so excited. It was great.
It was good.
Oh, but so I was glad about that. But yeah, I agree with you, James, that the way that Mac went about that, I was like, I took care of all this. I was there for
I have
Robin.
3 daughters. And I'm like, he's all great. He's like, and I love his delivery. Robert's delivery was just like, so you're just trying to make me feel good? I mean, like, he's like, no, I'm just saying. Like, then he goes on even more. I'm like, oh, that's not going to help. Mm-hmm. But he said, Anna needs you. Stay. He needs you. I mean, him and the Anna scene was cute too. But it's like, it's good to see him, see them talk about that he really has this wanderlust idea. He has to be out there to save the world. And your man Max said that. It's like, we need people like you out there. We also need you to be here too and kind of be there. So
yeah, although they really built up, like, Anna would never admit to you that she needs help, but she really does need help. And then as soon as Anna shows up,
she's like, I can use your help.
Yeah, like, well, that really didn't get the build up that I was hoping for that scene.
I call him Mac Daddy.
Yeah, but it's just like, as much as I love that scene for sure, and I just like we're getting multiple scenes for them that entire episode. Just I couldn't help but just think about the reality of it is that Tristan Rogers is not going to come back to the show. So it's like, why, at least on a regular basis, I mean, he can come in and pop in. So it's like, why are we spending so much time really hitting home this idea when we know it's not going to happen for real, which is disappointing.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, if it was like if it wasn't on YNR and it was like, all right, he's coming back, like, yes, give me that scene.
And on YNR is a big storyline right now that he needs to be on. So I mean, I don't know what's going to happen. It's going to be really interesting. But it was just, again, nod to history and more than poor Felicia got. So
yeah, I don't know what happened.
I mean, as you saw my thing last week, it was just kind of like,
Did she lose just after she left the mayoral race? She just went into hiding.
I guess
public shame. Yeah, public shame.
I
she
guess
just shows up.
I'm like, they should have made her mayor. That's why I say they should have made her mayor. I don't understand.
Then we wouldn't get Sherry Belafonte then.
We're getting her coming on the show, which I love her. So I mean, I just kind of sad. So I guess all the storylines this week. I think we covered everything.
Yeah.
Now, guys, unfortunately, we only have like about 15 minutes left, so we won't be taking calls this week. Yeah, so it goes by fast. So we started a little late on both shows. But next week, which camera I'm looking at? Next week, we're going to have Anthony Montgomery in here. So we're going to be taking calls for sure on that one. For sure. So you'll be able to talk to him. For sure. For sure. You'll be able to talk and be able to ask questions and say things. I mean, trust me. So next week's going to be really good. So I just want to let you guys know that. So that's kind of, it's going to happen this week. Things happen, of course. Okay. So Lacretia's segment is actually also posted on our Facebook page. It's really good. People are already commenting already. Her winner and loser of the week. It's already on there. You can take a look at it and comment. So we're going to go to... Get into the ER stats.
Oh, man. As I alluded a little bit at the beginning of this show, man, Johnny Zakara. What is happening with this guy? This is so disappointing. When you see how charming he was with Lulu and Maxi, especially in that scene on the Haunted Star, as he's playing around, running around there, grabbing Maxi's cell phone. They're all having that just a fun, friendly banter. And then all of a sudden to just take this 180. Just like, oh my goodness, why? And that's as I tweeted. As soon as Nathan came back and said, like, oh, we've been tracking somebody else that has some mixing up with this arms deal. I'm like, oh man, all right, that's already you're just foretelling Johnny's doom then, because there's just you're just putting him down that path
too
again.
Drastic.
Yes,
of a difference.
No. Right. It's just like I everything that we had when he first came into town, and he was just, even though I mean the story with Valerie was just kind of dragging its heels, but just having that dynamic in play. I just love that version of the character. Just give me that version. That would be just a scoundrel, a rogue to have on the show right there. Just that's not going to be mixed up in the whole gang war and all that kind of stuff. It would be such a nice little touch to have to everything. And now we just took this 180. Valerie's trapped in a cabin that's on fire right now. I was
disappointed that he went so dark. You know what I mean? Like I think they could have found like a middle ground, but it was literally night and day with Johnny Zakara.
Yeah, yes. It's just wonderful. And that whole scene where it's like I will give it up for Valerie though, being still keeping her head about her though. It's like you're associated with my Uncle Luke. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. No, it's not that.
It's not that. It's not that.
All right.
I know, it's kind of funny. It's not bad.
I just please come on. Just dial it back with Johnny, because it's been so great having him on the show again. It's been such a nice shot in the arm. Like, please don't write him on it like this.
I agree. I completely agree with that diagnosis.
Yes.
Then we have some love in the afternoon. That's for you podcast listeners.
All right, this week, I know it might be a little bit of a surprise because at first I heavily disliked Kiki, but I'm going to have to give it to Kiki and Ava this week.
Okay.
I like where they're going with Kiki's character now.
Me too.
She seems like she's maturing.
Yes.
I love the fact that she's the one that was like, okay, now I'm ready to sit down and have this conversation with you. Now I'm ready to reconcile. Let's see where we can start. And I feel like that's a big growth in Kiki's character. So I feel like you guys should give her a little break. No more kill Kiki. Let's see where she's going to go. But for right now, I'm liking it. I like that she's the one that said, let's set a boundary. You know what I mean? So... Kiki, I'm loving you this week.
Yes, that's good. I like that one too. I agree with you after your assessment. I think it's really good.
And I feel like I like Kiki now because that she shows up all around Port Charles doing various different holiday odd jobs. So once Valentine's Day shows up, you'll see her at some kind of kissing booth, working at that.
Like she's not just sitting around anymore. I feel like they're actually giving Kiki something to do. Yeah. And I love it.
Yeah, that's true, actually. And Lacretia says, yes, Frank, I love Johnny. Don't ruin him.
Yes. Thank you, Lacretia. I knew if anybody would have my back, it would be you on that one.
That's true. That's true. And now my quote of the week. It's funny because I named some quotes things earlier today that were good quotes of the week. But I'm just gonna. This is something that it's very obscure, but it's another wink to the audience, and I actually liked it because they said it. And it's Felix. He gets it this week because he says it to Anna and Jordan. I talked to her cousin Juan Santiago, who's with his wife Becky in Puerto Rico. If you know anything in real life, Michael Salcedo, who played Juan Santiago, is married to Becky Hurst, who plays Liz. So it's a nice little wink that Juan's married to somebody named Becky. So that was a cute little quote for us longtime fans who know the outside story. I thought that was hilarious. I liked it.
Can't go wrong there. Yeah, good old Juan. It just at least getting name checked.
Yes,
let's name check.
He was on last year when he came on for a minute. He came back, so I was like, but they're married. They're married in real life. They're like 3 or 4 kids, or they're married in real life, so they're good. We will get Becky Hurst on here at some point too. We can run her also. Okay, so some news and gossip, and I have some pictures to go with this.
AFTERBUZZ TV News.
Okay, so next week this is gonna be great. No, first. I almost forgot. The GH Mini Spotlight's new season 2, has started as of Friday. I posted the first one on our Facebook page, and it's on the new men of GH, I called it. And it's about Anthony Montgomery and Donnell Turner. It's kind of fun. The GH Mini Spotlights are like about 5 minutes or less, and they're fun. And more are coming, and I have one coming this week. We have some coming. We have one coming from Frank, and one coming from Lacretia in the future, and maybe Ladine in the future also.
Working on it.
So we're gonna roll them out occasionally, get them out there, but we want to help with keeping the soap world alive during the whole week, just not from Sundays, but during the week. Next Sunday is a good day for our soap block. If you're a Days of Our Lives fan, we have a soap legend, Felice Sampler. She's going to be coming into the show. We're doing a spotlight on at 3 o'clock. And we're talking to her. She's actually a really big voice actress now. She's a lot of anime. And so we're going to talk about her time on Days. She was one of Stefano DiMera's first children. And then we're going to talk about her time now. She's a hoot and a holler, and she's so nice. And you guys online have been really talking about it. So she'll start the show. Then Edition Days at 4. And then us at 5:30 with Anthony Montgomery. Oh my God, he's coming on. Who plays Dr. Andre Maddox. He's excited to come on the show. He was supposed to come on a couple months ago, but then had a commitment because he has a movie out right now. So we're going to talk about that also. And he's going to come on our show, and we're going to talk to him for the hour and a half. So we're going to dish the show with him, and you can be able to ask questions, and you will be able to call in and talk and comment, and that'll be happening. And then, of course, the following week, Brittany Sarpy comes in, who plays Valerie. Got her coming in. The star's coming, and you guys really responded online, and a lot of people want to see her. It's so funny. But she'll be on January 31st.
Oh, she's gorgeous.
She's beautiful. And that was one of a million pictures I could have chose of her. But she'll be on our show also, and that's January 31st. And then you guys know this. I had to announce it.
Chocolate drop.
I had to announce it. Yes.
That chocolate drop.
Donnell Turner will be in studio with us, and he's actually very excited. We talk, if you see us on Twitter, he's talked to us and said things, and he'll be on in mid-February. I'm not saying the date just yet, even though we do have it. But we'll announce it in February.
Don't plan on calling in on that because James will be talking to him the entire
I don't even know if these people will be on the thing with me. They'll be over there out there. So
there you go. And then if you need to speak to James after that, you can find him in heaven because he will have died at the end of the show.
Totally. He actually tweeted me first saying he heard all the love that I was showing him. So he did get it. So, but I heard he's a very nice guy. So we're going to have him. So we have a parade of stars coming in the next month or so, and I'm working on 2 big ones. So I can't announce them yet because I'm working on them right now.
Hopefully sunny.
I'm working on some. They're big names, so I'm telling you, they're big names. So, like I said, unfortunately, I can't take any phone calls. We just kind of ran out, you guys. But I've been looking at you guys in the chat. You guys have been great in the chat room. I do want to say that Jason Thompson did debut as Billy on Young and the Restless this week.
Oh, nice.
He did a great job. I watched it. Did a great job. He fits right in. The critics are loving him so far in just his first week. So even though it's our loss, it's Y&R's gain. Right. And it's still in the soap world. So that's really good for the soap world. And for you guys out there wondering, yes, we are still working on getting a Young and the Restless after show called Restless Wrap Up. And a Bold and Beautiful after show called The Bold Breakdown. So we're working on those right now. As you know, we have Facebook pages for both of those. And we almost have 400 people for the Bold and Beautiful one. Ooh, that like it on Facebook. I'll let you go, guys. So we're working on those right now. And so we're going to have all 4 soaps on here at some point. We're totally working on that.
Yeah.
So that's kind of good.
Come on, GH Report fans. You're going to let the Bold Breakdown get 400 fans? Come on.
Yes. Well, you know what's funny? I think we're up to
640, I think?
Yes. So please, if you guys get us to 700, I'll give a prize on next show.
If he's still alive after Donald Turner's here.
Yeah, I know. 725. Okay, get us past 725. I'll give a prize. We'll give a prize on air. That's from Ladine Corinthos. Hashtag Lincoln Corinthos. We'll do 725. I like that 725. I got to write that down. 725. I like that. Get us 725 because you guys are doing. Because people are liking our page every day. Kind of. We're seeing new people, so it's kind of good. We would really appreciate that. So, folks, where can they find you guys and what's going on?
You can find me on Twitter at HappyGoJackie, and then you can also follow my improv team, Max, over at IO West. We play Tuesday nights at 9:30, and then I'm just taking on my new AfterBuzz career, just following in the footsteps of James Lott Jr. on many shows here like Hell's Kitchen, Superstore, DC's Legend of Tomorrow, and Angie Tribeca. So follow me on all those.
Yeah, follow him on all those. Subscribe to the AfterBuzz thing and do it. Okay.
Hey guys, you can find me on Twitter at Ladine_Harvey.
Yes, and follow her hair.
My hair journey.
It could be something different. It could be something different next week. Now you know it will be. She works it out. I love your hair. Love your hair so much. And of course, you can follow me on all social media. I am Black Hope LA on Twitter, L Black Hope on Instagram. I am Black Rican LA on Snapchat.
Hey,
you want to follow me? I do some funny things on Snapchat. I'm also James Lott Jr. on Facebook, and of course the many pages I have on Facebook, of course. And you'll follow us on JH Report on Facebook. Follow us. All kinds of goodness. And tomorrow I have 3 interviews. I'm talking to Jaden Douglas from Telenovela on NBC. I'm talking to Meredith O'Connor, who is a singer and anti-bully activist. And I'm joining the GH. That's not for my reel. I'm joining the Shark Tank after show tomorrow night with my buddy, the only Cam Shaft. I'm so excited. And Zoe said what? So I'm very excited. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.